right, hey everybody, thanks for joining us for another amazing episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. I am your host, Rick, here at the Game Trade Media Studios in Timonium, Maryland.
And I'm your co-host, Dave.
Yeah. With Dave Taylor Miniatures.
Dave Taylor Miniatures, yep.
.com, check that out. And we are painting some Wizkids product today. I know, Wizkids, that's crazy. It's like you've never painted Wizkids.
Never painted Wizkids before. It hasn't been the last few weeks.
However, we are painting some of the new miniatures that came out in Wave, the newest wave that hit the stores. I am painting an Umber Hulk, maybe even get to 2. I doubt it, but we'll try to.
You should be doing 2 at the same time.
Yeah, well, this one dries, I can...
Yeah. That'd be great.
What are you painting?
I'm painting a Beholder.
One of the new Beholders. These things are ridiculous.
Super cool.
There's been a lot of cool paints up on the internet already with people that have gotten this. And apparently it's sold out.
Okay,
that miniature is sold out at your local game store.
Well, I say wow, but to be honest, I'm not really surprised. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's just so much character in it.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Beautiful sculpt.
And if you guys like Beholders, Wizkids also has part of their trophy, Dungeon Trophy Edition lines, a life-size Beholder head.
Really?
That you can hang from a corner of your room and stuff.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, they've got the Mind Flare and the Red Dragon as well.
That is super cool.
Yeah, super cool stuff. So, you said you're going to paint that guy red?
I'm painting this guy red. So, for some reason, I think it might harken back to one of the old monster manuals or something like that.
Right.
But when I think Beholders, I always think that almost like a red dragon kind of look. A fairly bright red, orangey kind of look. So, do you have a bit of a backstory you can spin for my
Speaking of backstory,
my guy?
So right now in the Adventure League game, D&D's Adventure League, it's all taking place in the area known as Chult, which is like this jungle where dinosaurs still exist. It's got that Aztec, Brazil, rainforesty feel to it as well. Granted, Aztecs and Brazil don't go together, but Mexico and all that.
Yep.
But it's kind of got that feel, the very South American, Central American jungle feel.
Okay. Great.
So, volcanoes and all that cool stuff. So I was thinking that this guy could be like a cult leader of some sort.
Okay.
And is based out of the base of a volcano.
Okay, radio.
Yeah.
So he has an evil lair, basically.
Yes.
Evil volcano lair.
Yeah, evil volcano lair.
Nice.
And the red and orange hues will, I don't want to say that Beholders are chameleon-like, where they can blend into their surroundings.
Right.
But maybe due to long-term exposure to their environments, they do kind of take on more of a camouflaged look.
I think that'd be that's cool. I think that'd be neat. Yeah, I can just imagine him sort of hiding sort of in the background as the adventurers come out onto a sort of above.
Yeah.
Like, what's the area above in the inside of the volcano? It's like the caldera or something like that.
Oh, you mean like one of the lava tubes?
That could be in the lava tube or something like that. But I was thinking sort of right in the mouth of the volcano.
Oh, I know, but that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild.
I know where you're going with this. Like they come out of a cave that leads, and it opens up, and there's the big lava.
Yeah,
but it has
they
spots of rock.
like a little plateau, and then there's something's just out the corner of their eye.
And it comes floating out. Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty sweet. So my Umber Hulks, what I'm doing with these guys is there's 2 of them, and not much is known about the ecology of the Umber Hulk, breeding habits and such. But so my whole backstory on these is a mage will hire you.
Right.
Says, I've got a problem. An Umber Hulk has taken up nest in the bottom of my tower.
Right. in the bowels of
his tower.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, I need you to go down there and clear it out. You get down there, and there are 2 Umber Hulks now.
Right.
Because they have set it up as their nest, their breeding spot. You almost never see 2 Umber Hulks together in the wild, but now that these are there, they're literally spawning, creating little Umbers.
Right.
So that's my storyline in that, or backstory to that, because as adventurers, a lot of the times they become these murder hobos. They just want to kill everything, take all the treasure, and fortune and glory.
You find four kobolds. Quick, kill them.
Kill them. You're 10th level. So my thing is, this would be a great opportunity to, you go down there and you find this out. Yes, the Umber Hulks would want to defend their nest and their babies and such.
Yep.
If they had already started having them, but would the adventurers be inclined to actually kill them, or would they be inclined to be like, okay, hold on, let's go back up top, let's go back and talk to the mage and say, listen, we've got these 2 Umber Hulks down in your basement, and he'll be like, what? 2 Umber Hulks? That's crazy. They aren't. And you're like, wait. They're breeding, and then would he be like, oh my, what a great opportunity to study the ecologies of the Umber Hulk and the breeding habits and blah blah blah, and maybe we can even capture one of the babies and watch it as it grows up into its adult. What kind of stages of growth does it go through?
Right.
Are they born as lava and whatever? And I mean, it could be a really fun little
study of the society. It could be like almost a Jane Goodall of
the.
I
don't know who Jane Goodall is, but that sounds great.
Jane Goodall? You don't know who Jane Goodall is? Yes, you do.
I just didn't know that Sean Connery was in this game.
Right.
We're going to study the Umber Hulks.
That's right. We got to study these things because you never know what might become of it.
Some of them might be attractive, and I'll have to sleep with them.
Right. But yeah, so that's kind of my backstory on the Umber Hulk. The pair here is that they will be a breeding pair, and it does throw a little bit of a moral twist into how the adventurers will interact with them. Would you go into a lair of any unintelligent animal and just kill it just because? Or, I mean, if you're an exterminator, sure, I guess. But what if you're just wanting to do it to eliminate them for just because, you're evil, I guess.
I think if it depends on how the Umber Hulk sort of was to take me. If I stepped out into the corridor and there's an Umber Hulk there, if he goes, hey, wait, or if he backs away, then perhaps killing them immediately is not necessary. But I have a feeling that they'd sort of charge down the hallway. And
I feel like the male would get into protective mode over the female.
Sure.
And maybe not chase down, but at least protect the area, guard it from entry in some capacity.
Or it could be a situation where, as I said, we don't know anything about the ecology, so perhaps we might find that the female is actually sort of halfway through consuming the male. After because they look kind of insectoid. So
yeah, they do.
You could have that whole praying mantis kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good idea too. And that might be why you don't tend to see them.
Didn't see too many mating
groups, right? What a great idea.
Looks like somebody's been here before. Why is that? Well, this Umber Hulk has no head.
So for those of you watching, if you want to comment below and let us know what you think that an Umber Hulk breeding event would be like, that would be awesome. Would it be a praying mantis scenario? Or would it be something totally different?
Something a bit more subtle, some Barry White going on.
Yeah. Be like, oh yeah, show your rat.
Yeah. So, lots of different things.
So some big stuff happened since last week came to the table and painted.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Something big. What happened?
Star Wars.
No.
Yeah.
That didn't happen?
It did.
Hasn't happened for me yet.
Well.
Yeah.
Dang it. So, as someone who hasn't seen it yet, but has had to bear witness to the internet.
Sure.
What are some things that you're seeing or wary of right now?
Well, thankfully, I haven't seen any. Nobody's posted any spoilers.
Okay.
As such, so which makes some of it makes a lot of the comments very interesting that I haven't, because it got such a wide range of responses from people in my Facebook feed. Some people are super excited about it.
Right.
Some people are rating it number 2, number 3 in the series.
Right.
And others are just basically they'd rather I don't know, eat moldy pizza than see it again. So it's kind of and I'm intrigued by all of that, sort of the variety of responses.
Yeah.
So usually when you see that sort of thing, it's down to an expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Expectations were met or not met. Expectations might have been mismanaged by people. So I think it goes back to that thing that I was saying last week where when you were talking about what questions do you want answered.
Okay.
I'd say a lot of these people went in with, here's the things I want answered. And when those things weren't answered, or they were answered in a different way,
Okay.
I have a feeling that
That's pretty
why they were
accurate.
responding that way.
So one of the things I mean, having seen it, I can tell you that no spoilers, but I will say this: I enjoyed it. I will watch it again. I'll probably watch it in theaters again. But the thing is sure, there are some character or some plot holes, but every movie has a plot hole or 2 or 5.
Yeah.
But the question is, did you go in? Did you watch it? A friend of mine posted it up, and this is the best way to think about it. If you can go into every Star Wars movie just knowing that it's Star Wars, and you can sit down and watch it as that wide-eyed kid that you were when you first watched it,
Right.
for the wonder and the excitement that it is going to give you,
Yep.
you should be entertained,
Right.
regardless.
That's good. That's good.
And that's how I always will watch a Star Wars movie. It's 1977 again. I'm at the drive-in, and I'm sitting down to watch this movie.
Nice.
Because that's the only thing I want out of it, is to be entertained and see amazing star battles and lightsaber conflict and combat, and it definitely gave me all of that.
Cool.
So
That's good.
now this whole thing about this, there's a poll or a what change.org
Okay.
thing, where there are people that literally want it to be pulled from canon because they thought it was so bad.
That's it's one of those things. It means people are passionate about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Do I think setting up a... Why am I forgetting that word as well?
Which one? Expectations?
No. It's a not a protest. It's not a poll. It's a.
Yeah, I'm not.
Will you sign my petition? That's
Petition. There we go.
Yeah, it started with a
Golly.
P, but we couldn't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, to set up a petition for it.
it's
It's just like-
ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't have to go and see them.
Right.
Nobody's holding a blaster to your head.
Right. And I'm wondering how bad was it that you felt so offended by a movie that you didn't make?
No, that's kind of funny.
It's
You're
like
always able to walk out,
Yep.
leave the theater. I've never walked out of a movie.
I did one.
Yep.
Yep. And
Should I ask which movie it was?
it's a good story. So in 1999.
Yep.
Oh no, 19.
Oh wait, is it a Star Wars story?
It is a Star Wars story. So
Walked out of a Phantom Menace.
no, I did not walk out
Okay,
of Phantom
right, yeah.
Menace. So when word got out that there was going to be a new Star Wars movie, everybody was like super excited as to what movie was the trailer going to first appear in.
Oh, okay, radio.
And for me, it was Meet Joe Black,
Right.
which was the one about like the ghost, I guess,
Right.
or whatever he was. What?
Brad Pitt played Death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brad Pitt played Death. So it's Meet Joe Black. So I go in, I sit, I watch the trailer, I left. And I'll tell you what.
I hope it was a matinee. Did you pay matinee prices?
No, I paid. It was like $9.
Okay.
But you know what? It was $9 well spent. I got my 3 minutes of trailer,
Excellent.
and I was happy. And I'll tell you what. For those of you out there that are like, "Oh, the prequels, blah 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 blah," I was entertained. The prequels entertained me. Jar Jar Binks entertained me.
Okay.
Do I like Jar Jar Binks as a character? Not particularly, but he entertained me. And my kids love that series, my
Right.
youngest
Yep.
ones, because it was made for them. And that,
Yep.
to spawn a whole new generation of Star Wars fans. And it did absolutely that.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
loved it. And I still haven't seen Meet Joe Black.
Okay. Obviously not.
I'll walk right out. I'll walk right out.
It's that one with the ghost. That's funny.
And that's my only walkout story in regards to
The movies.
movies, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done that. Not at all.
I wonder if I would do it again if I knew that. Well, social media being what it is nowadays, you don't have to worry about it because once a trailer hits the theater,
Yeah.
you're gonna watch. It'll be available within
It'll be online.
minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there'll be an official release of the
Right.
trailer within
Yeah.
12 hours. But yeah, that's true. I mean, social media has changed a lot of things,
It has.
a lot of stuff. Previously, we just had to rely on the opinions of people we could see or talk to.
Now, for everybody in my past that's you had to deal with me in that capacity, I apologize.
Well, now it's great. If you want to, you can only interact with Rick online.
That's right. And again, I apologize to anybody that chooses to interact with me and may put value in my opinion. Because
Oh, come on, let's
I'm
not get
crazy.
that far.
I'm crazy. But one of the funny things about social media that I find interesting is, you got your trolls out there. Obviously, we've had ours here on the show recently, which was a lot of fun. But sometimes, because everybody views things differently, and I proved that this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody was writing down their order of preference of the movies from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Just put in the numbers.
Yep.
R being for Rogue One, but then they'd list them all 9 of the current Star Wars movies in their preferred order.
Yep.
So I put it up in the order in which they appeared,
The chronological order, yeah.
but from most recent to oldest,
Yep.
which puts New Hope and at the very end of that list.
Empire at the very end, yeah.
And yeah, man,
I saw the responses to
some
that.
of those
That
were
was insane.
like angry.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
They're like, why is 1 in the middle?
Yeah, why is 1 even there? How can 5 and 4 be at the end? I was like, well, that's when they came out. 4 was the first, and the one that, because this is an order of appearance, starting with the most recent Star Wars movie.
Yep.
And once they saw that, they were like, I got some message like, oh, you butt.
You tricked me.
Yeah, you got me good, Rick.
At no point did I say that this was...
And I actually had, and I don't like doing it, but I had to remove someone from my friends list.
Oh, wow.
Because they were just
That's
being
intense.
argumentative, like overly argumentative over a stupid list with one of my friends, one of my very close friends. And I'm just
I
like,
told you I
arguing
was
with
sorry
somebody
about
else.
that.
what?
I told you I was sorry about that. Will you please be my friend again?
Never! Never!
Every week. Friend request from Johnny.
Johnny. Nah, but, and the thing is that I was just disappointed that someone would get that argumentative over a list that I made, not knowing the context of it.
Right, yep.
Because they were arguing with someone else on that list about the list. I'm just like, wow.
The funny part, of course, being that the list was factual.
Right.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. This is the order
This is the order they were released in. And there's no arguing that.
Right. I was just like, wow.
Amazing.
So, but I'm also a lot of times when people were during the and I, don't like talking politics, but during the political event leading up to the election, anybody that said, if you are voting for this person, unfriend me, or if you're doing this, unfriend me, or whatever.
Even though
I
you
did.
didn't do it? Oh, you did? Oh, you asked them?
I did. I just unfriended them. I was like, okay. And here's the thing. I probably didn't vote for or support anything of the person that those individuals were all up in arms about.
Yeah.
Because, it's none of their business.
Yep.
But I can definitely say that anybody that is so close-minded to not respect other people's opinions, wow. Thank you, Internet.
I think for me, it's the thing I always sort of react poorly to isn't people's opinions. It's when the opinions are expressed as fact.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I think you'll find.
Yeah.
Somebody says, this movie is terrible. I say, you mean to say, I feel this movie is terrible.
Right.
Or I think this movie is terrible.
Exactly. That's so funny because we were talking about that last week in regards to some stuff where people will argue feelings as fact.
Yeah.
When it's just your opinion, man or lady.
Yep.
And if your opinion is different from mine, it's yours. And good on you for having an opinion.
Yep.
Johnny, what's up?
No, I just along that line, I've gotten to this heated argument with an acquaintance online last year about whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Wow. It is.
It is not.
It takes place during Christmas.
It takes place during Christmas, but does that make it a Christmas movie?
In my book, it does. That's
go.
my
So,
opinion.
In your opinion, it is.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's like, in my mind, the violence and the action of that movie overshadows the Christmas element, so I feel like it's not...
No, there you
Yeah.
go. And that's your opinion.
Exactly.
You're saying
That's
that
my point. That's my opinion. I may be wrong in some people's minds, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things. The plot of the movie wasn't predicated around Christmas. It could have happened at any time of the year. So.
Yeah, but the fact that it takes place, for me, the fact that it takes place during Christmas, just
Yeah.
like Gremlins. Gremlins takes place during Christmas, and to me, Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Another
for
Christmas
me.
movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Wasn't the Gremlin given as a Christmas gift?
He was.
Okay, so it's...
Yeah,
It's more...
It's just
sorry.
gifting gone bad.
I understand that the party that was going on was a Christmas party.
Right.
Like a office holiday party. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me actually touch base on that as a follow-up. An argument for the other side is that It's a Wonderful Life has a background of Christmas, but the majority of the movie has nothing to do with Christmas, but it's labeled as a Christmas movie.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, this is better than the Ricky Lake show.
Ricky who?
Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
No idea who that is. Is that a cooking show?
Ricky Lake. The old talk show. You don't remember Ricky Lake?
I remember Donahue.
Donahue is even better than Donahue. Ricky Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not on the air anymore.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Oh yes,
Eh?
with her multicolored glasses, the red or the red
Just the
rimmed
red
glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
I love it.
There you go.
It's funny.
All of those shows were based on people expressing opinion as fact.
Yeah, they sure were.
So, yeah.
So there you go, everybody. We're painting minis, but you got a little taste of our opinions. We apologize.
Man, I can't wait till
Feel
we get
free
back
to
to live
unfriend
streaming
me.
and we can look to the chat and see what other
Yes,
we can
we
riff
need-
off the
Unfriend
chat.
me personally. Don't unfriend GTM. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the views expressed in this show,
Are not necessarily the views of Game Trade Media.
Game Trade Media. Excellent.
Accurate.
It's so good.
But you know what I really love?
What do you
Playing
really love?
games.
You do. How did the filming go on Friday
Okay.
of the D&D adventure?
The D&D adventure went swimmingly. It was a lot of fun.
Excellent.
The players that showed up were really fun. We had a paladin, a warlock, and I played a thief.
Right.
But my thief isn't like a pickpocket thief. He's a acquisitions, like a cat burglar, but for finding artifacts that need to be put in a museum. It's
Right.
kind of an Indiana Jones-esque character.
Right. Yep.
So, but it was a lot of fun. The dungeon master Bart did an amazing job. He, the table was set up with Dwarven Forge stuff all over the table, and I used one of the miniatures I used was a Wizkids miniature for my character.
Cool.
So it was a lot of fun, and that video will be up and we'll be playing it come January.
Okay.
We're gonna put some work to it and spruce it up. Johnny's got some cool stuff we're gonna put to it.
Excellent.
For those of you that don't know, January is new GM month or new Game Master month. So if you have never been the Game Master of a role-playing game, I challenge you,
Ooh.
all of you, to Game Master a game with your friends, take a picture of it, and put it up and share it with us on Game Trade Media.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because I'd love to see we'll just call it my first game master session or something.
Yep.
And
if you paint up any minis for it,
yes,
take some photos of those, pop them up on the Painting Happy Little Minis
in the
Facebook group.
Yes,
that would be cool.
There's going to be we're going to do a logo change for Painting Happy Little Minis.
Ooh.
Johnny, if you could have that done by the end of this episode, that'd be great.
New year, new logo.
New year, new logo. That's right. Johnny's like, what?
You've got what? You've got half an hour, Johnny. It's all good.
No, Dave has sent a couple
of
ideas. Because one of the things we want it to be is something that maybe you could wear on a shirt.
Yep.
And sport your fandom, or support, if you will, of the Painting Happy Little Minis content that we're making here.
3X is my size.
Wow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's half of
that's half of my size.
half Rick's size.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. A Christmas present. Is it a Musa shirt?
I wish it was. That would be awesome.
I'd wear it. I'd wear a Musa shirt.
With my face on it?
Yeah. I'd wear it right here painting minis.
I actually silk screened a shirt with my face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
He said he silk screened his shirt with his face on it. Screen printed a shirt with his face on it. So Shang's all about putting his face on shirts.
Yeah.
No? So
Once in a lifetime.
I have a shirt with my face on it.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I have a shirt with my belly on it.
Yep, the Death Star. Pew pew pew. That's no move. It's a trap. Man, oh God, I wish I could say some stuff though.
See, I deliberately didn't go and see it.
Just because you wanted to do this to me, torture?
I just wanted to torture you the whole time. Nah. We were busy this weekend. We had a lot of holiday stuff going on.
Okay.
So
It is about getting to that time, isn't it?
it certainly is.
So how long before y'all can talk about the movie?
A couple, like 2 more weeks.
I think, yeah.
Like the first week in January was probably when we can probably actually say, all right, for all of you that have not yet seen Star Wars and don't want to hear any spoilers, get the hell off, because we're about to drop some knowledge on this.
Well, they can just sort of switch the sound off.
Yeah, switch the sound off.
You still watch us Painting Happy Little Minis.
But you're not going to hear what we got to say.
I'm gonna watch it.
Excellent.
There we go.
And then people can point out when I'm a little bit hypocritical and express opinion as
Opinions?
fact. And not just express opinion, but express them as fact.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But because I'm sure I do it too sometimes.
I think everybody might fall into it
Yeah.
once in a while. But if you can catch yourself, or if you can always preface, this is just my opinion,
Yep.
or how I feel about this.
Yep.
You know.
I feel, I think,
Yeah. Use your I statements, people.
I observe. Okay.
These guys are. I'm still sitting here in my mind thinking about what you said about the female
biting
the head off of
the male.
the male.
That's funny.
It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's actually
That
a
could
really cool
happen.
idea.
Just saying.
But as I was going to say about, I do love board games and playing games. I had the opportunity this weekend to play some board games with one of the local board game groups.
Cool.
But it was at my friend, so Mara Cho, who is the wife of Frank Cho, the comic book artist.
Oh, okay.
Went down to his house and their house.
Yep.
And they had a bunch of people over there for like a little Christmas board game meetup.
Oh, cool.
And I got to play 3 board games.
Yeah. What'd you play?
The first one was Kill Dr. Lucky. It's kind of like the reverse of Clue.
Okay.
And you're basically going around the house. Everybody's playing their character, and they're trying to kill Dr. Lucky in his mansion.
Right.
I was not the killer, though I wanted to be,
Right.
obviously. But it was a lot of fun.
I was gonna ask you like how much fun that is because I remember seeing that at Gen Con and thinking this looks like a lot of fun. Like I almost bought it out there.
Yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun. I actually played a card. So one of the owners, a VP or the co-owner of Cheap Ass Games, which makes that game, has her own image on one of the cards, Carol. I played her character, and it was so funny because I was trying to role play her personality, her mannerisms, and it was lost on everybody else because they don't know who she is. But
they just thought you were a little bit weird.
But Carol, I tried to capture your likeness in my play, and hopefully I did you right. So
excellent.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And then after that, we played a game called Dark Sign, I think it's called Dark Sign.
Okay.
And it's by Fantasy Flight Games. It's a Cthulhu-esque.
Radio.
It takes place in Lovecraftian lore, and you're fighting the elder gods, or
Right.
Elder Sign.
Elder Sign
is what
okay,
it's called.
radio.
And that was more fun than I was led to believe.
Okay.
Which isn't to say that I had heard bad things about it, but a lot of the times when I hear Cthulhu, because it's an open license, a lot of people are trying to pump out Cthulhu games right now.
So much Cthulhu stuff.
I was like, oh, did they have enough time to make a good game? And they did.
Right, okay.
It was fun.
Cool.
One of the guys playing, his character died, but it was kind of cool because if you die, you're not out. You just grab another investigator card and you continue playing.
That's good.
And we only played it to defeat like one of the elder gods, just as
one of them,
like a sampling of the game.
Cool.
And I enjoyed it. It was a good sample. And then finally we played Monopoly Gamer.
Okay.
Which is the one where it's basically Mario Kart meets Monopoly.
Right. I think you've told me about that one before. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And we had picked up, I think, 3 or 4 more of the figures. We're missing like 2 figures for the game.
Right.
It's a 4-player game, but there's like 12 or 13 different figures you can have.
Right.
You get 6 when you initially buy it, and then you have to buy little like blind bags of the other characters to add to the game. And so we were playing that, and I got to play one of the other characters I hadn't played before, Mario, Fire Mario.
Okay.
So he has like a little fireball and a white uniform. And I lost horribly. I lost so bad. So Crystal won with over 300 points.
Right.
Second place had like 280 points, and third place had like 160. I had 20 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like you weren't even trying.
I was, though.
I don't think you were.
And my 20 points was I was the first one to get around the board and fight the first boss. Because that's one of the things about this version of Monopoly is unlike other Monopolies where you just play and play and play, there's 8 bosses.
Right,
Once you defeat the 8th boss, the game is over.
Okay.
And then you count up your points.
That's cool then.
So it has a time limit, which is great.
Right.
But yeah, I had 20 points.
Nice. Yeah. My youngest daughter is really excited about games.
Yeah.
And gaming and that sort of thing. So sometimes it's a bit of a struggle when she says, "I want to play Fairyopoly," or "I want to play Monopoly." It's like, okay, let's just play a quick game. So something that where you have a goal like defeating the bosses and you can see where the end point is.
Yeah, it helps.
Could be super helpful. But I picked up a copy of I think it's called Tumble Tree.
Tumble Tree?
I can't remember if it's Tumble Tree, but something like that for her. It's a got that for Christmas.
Okay.
It's like a dexterity game where you have different discs. Basically, you're building the canopy of a tree.
Oh, cool.
So you have it comes in a container that's a little bit sort of similar size to this pint glass here, and you have the discs that form the canopy, and they might just be the leaves, or it might be flowers, or it might be a monkey, or
Right.
a chameleon or a jaguar, that
Okay.
sort of thing. And you've got to put each one on in a different way.
Okay.
So there's a snake. You can slide the snake under the other cards, sort of as you've built them up around
Right.
the tree. The jaguar, you have to stand back and throw it on as if it's pouncing.
Oh, wow.
Something along those lines, kind of thing.
And it's a balancing game.
And it's about, basically when you throw the card on, any cards that come off,
Go back in your
they go
hand.
into your discard pile.
Oh, okay.
And at the end, once you run out of all the
Dave,
cards,
it's called Tumble Tree. It's by Blue Orange Games.
it is Tumble Tree?
Yes.
Cool, excellent, yep. And yeah, so that's what you do. Just stand back. You could have 4 people doing it,
Right.
5 people doing it. But if you can get the card on there and leave it teetering, the next person, when they throw theirs on, that might cause an avalanche and cause like 20 cards to fall off. And
That
they have
sounds
to
awesome.
pick up those and stick them in their discard pile. So it's definitely a lot of fun. We did a demo of it down at Games and Stuff.
Okay.
And she just loved it. So that's good.
Man, games and stuff.
Yeah.
That's one of the things about their store that I really like is they have so many demo tables, so
Yep.
you can learn or get the opportunity to play test or learn a bunch of different games to decide whether or not it's something that you would like and add to your collection.
Yep. And I picked up the Climbers, I think it's called.
Oh, the blocks.
The blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's another one. I picked that up for my eldest daughter.
Okay.
Because when she played it, she just had a great time.
Yeah, you got to
Just
have a
watching.
lazy Susan to put that on.
Right.
So you can
Actually,
turn it
yeah,
and
that's a
see
good idea.
everything.
Hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Who makes that, Johnny? Simple. We talked to them at PAX. The guy who owns it, his name's Clay.
Okay.
We saw him at the Alliance Open House this year, stopped and played it there, and then he came and did a little interview with us at PAX Unplugged.
Yep.
Capstone Games, Simply Complex.
Simply Complex. Yes. Capstone Games.
Yep.
That's the Climbers. It's such a good game.
It
With
is
the
cool.
ladders and
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Working out when you're going to use them and
Yeah.
not. But so the demo game was myself, my daughter Emily, and Patrick, who works down there.
Oh, okay.
So we had 3 of us playing, and it was great because Patrick had demoed it a bunch of times, and we just went to town. We didn't hold back
Good.
or anything. So she was really disappointed when we didn't walk out with it. So she'll be pretty excited, I think, next Monday morning.
What happens then?
What happens then? I don't know.
Christmas. Yeah.
We get up way too early, and there's far too much noise and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
But no, she'll be super excited by that.
Heck yeah.
So, but I think they're just the ideas in that game, or the general idea of that game is just very cool.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely hit a home run with it, I think, because it's Jenga-esque, so you're going to get a lot of your Jenga fans locking into it and seeing something recognizable, so we'll probably pick it up.
Yep.
And then, of course, your people that like a fun party game that a lot of people can play, and it doesn't take a lot of brain power,
Right.
but it takes enough because you are competing against the strategies of your friends that are playing it. So it is truly simply complex.
Simply complex. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
I love it.
But so we've been playing quite a few more games.
That's awesome.
You guys are really enjoying
I'm
it.
hoping that it has something to do with you being here all the time and surrounded by it.
I don't think so.
Dang it.
I think it's just the girls are. Well, when I go to games and stuff, they don't want to look at the miniatures. They don't want to talk about painting. They want to look at the games. So, and that's just fine. It's just fine. We played a few games of Jenga recently, actually, as well.
Did you really?
Yeah, Lucy, my youngest, she's 6 now, and she loves to play it. She's super sort of gung ho and daring and that sort of thing.
All right.
Like I'm just going through, pushing out the middle blocks here and there,
Trying to be very delicate.
delicate, and But she just sort of reaches in, she'll take out the side block there and the other side on the other block on
And
the
she's
other
doing
side.
whoosh,
So
like butter, right?
it'll be like, oh yeah, yeah. And she'll like teeter, and then it'll stop. And she'll smile, and I'll
Because she knows she got you.
What the? Oh, what am I doing now?
If I can remember it, there's another game. It's a balancing game that is like on a. It comes in like a tub. All the parts are in this thing, and you pull them out, and then you have this little like rocking. It's got like a round bottom and then a flat top where you start hooking these flat like triangular pieces or half moon pieces.
Okay.
And you hook them in and you build it out, and eventually it'll tip over on somebody.
Right. Okay.
That game is ridiculous.
It sounds like she'd love that.
I'm trying to remember what it is though. I played it at Origins this year.
Okay.
Starts with a B, I believe.
That's going to narrow it down.
Yep.
Games beginning with B.
Games of balance that begin with the letter B. Johnny, go.
You're terrible.
Well, I'm sure the moment I started talking about it, he had Google up.
Yep. Oh, good.
Be beasts of balance.
Nope, that's not it. It's like Brickle or Bricklet. Man, I can't remember what it's called.
I'm not seeing anything like that on here, but
That's all right.
I'm sure it does exist.
It does, because Mike Webb destroyed me at it. So, as he is wont to do. But yeah, for the life of me, I cannot.
You have to find out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out and put in the comments or something.
Cool.
But it's a great game for kids and everybody. Huh. Now to figure out the lighter blues I want to put on here.
His mouth is pretty detailed.
Right?
It's incredible.
With like the fleshy parts over the teeth.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the fleshy parts, so the gums and the kind of just the flesh inside the mouth.
Yeah.
Sort of down the sides. Incredible. Yeah.
It's a great mini.
Oh, there we go. Check him out. So. Should I do the teeth now or the eyes? What do you think?
Oof. You mean the eyes on the eye stalks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, eyes on the eye stalks first?
Yes.
Then come back and do the teeth?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do that.
Whereas I'm doing a little.
How are your Hulks doing?
They're coming around, I guess.
Oh, did you put a wash on?
Yeah. Now I'm.
Dry brushing.
Yeah. See how he looks after that, and then whatever else
Cool.
the Umber Hulk might need. Oh, well, that wasn't it.
You're saying you didn't need that part? Or?
Yeah, I didn't need that much on there in that spot. There we go.
Yeah.
One of those, things I do well.
One of those dry brush slips?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Wasn't quite dry.
Well, something I did earlier was I sort of tried to leap a little bit too quickly from the red to a lighter orange.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that it had come out a bit too stark, I immediately put a bit more red back into it.
Okay.
And then continued the dry brushing. So it tones back sort of the lighter parts that you've done.
Oh, okay.
By brushing over the top of them. So there's always ways to go back
Make
and
those corrections.
correct those. those sort of things. It might take you a little bit extra time, but
Right.
it's never a race. Doesn't have to be a race.
Right.
Sometimes it is.
Because an hour.
Yeah. Speaking of speed painting competitions,
Yeah.
I saw Drew over the weekend.
Okay.
Drew Carrington,
Yeah.
one of Chiro's. He was out at, I went out to the Warhammer store that opened
Oh, the
in
new one?
Gaithersburg.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went out to the opening of that. A friend of mine, James, came out from Texas for it.
Wow.
Well, he works at Games Workshop, so
Okay.
sort of helped set up the store and get it open. With, I think it's Ryan is the guy who's going to be managing that store.
Okay.
But yeah, Drew was down there in his Space Marine cosplay.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a super impressive.
Have you not seen it before?
Kit. I have not seen it. Well, not in real life, but
Okay.
I've seen photos. But
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
yeah, it was awesome. He had his new bolter. His bolt
His gun, yeah.
It was definitely cool.
Yeah, he does a good job with his cosplay. But he does a good job with a lot of stuff, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's no surprise when it looks good. There we go.
There we go. How's that looking?
I mean, it looks all right.
Just all right? Yeah.
Jesus.
I think you're right. It's a bit odd.
It looks freaking awesome.
I gotta remember. Let me get this one. Well, now that we've got this one and the other one, the one that you painted,
The pirate?
the pirate ship captain.
Yeah.
Perhaps now they could.
Have a breeding situation?
Yeah, that could work. So.
Yeah, that's another one. I mean, I think they did an ecology of beholders before,
Right.
back in the day.
Okay.
But
But you're saying there's room for a little bit more exploration?
maybe back in college, for these guys. But
What's that line? There's a time and a place for everything?
right,
Okay.
that actually isn't coming out too bad.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're really picking up the texture on there.
Yeah,
Kind of really sort of lobster-like.
yeah. I think he's gonna be delicious.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask the female Umber Hulk once all is said and done.
So, how was he?
He was a good lover, but a better meal. Whoa,
Hey.
killer!
Hey. It's one of those tough things as well when I was thinking, oh, yeah.
Yeah, neat.
Here you go.
I'm good. I got plenty over here to choose from. Just wasn't expecting that.
No. But, yeah, what I was thinking, as soon as I said lobster,
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, yeah, so we should be like red and orange. And it's like, well, no, lobsters. I'm not sure why, but I just always think of reddish, orangey.
Right.
Lobsters and shrimp, I guess. And
But that's only after they've been
crabs.
cooked.
Yeah, exactly. So he wouldn't be running around cooked.
No, I want that, but I can't because I'm allergic to shellfish.
Yeah.
Dang it. It
Actually,
sounds so good.
don't eat your Umber Hulk.
Right. Now it makes me wonder, though, too, is if it was, like, hit with boiling water, does it turn red? And are they kind of a lobster-esque creature? Because if you look under here as well, it looks like the meat from a lobster
Yep.
tail.
Yep. I reckon you can paint that in.
I don't know how well we could get under there. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Ah,
Death.
he's trying to get away from you.
Yep. Doesn't want to show off his underarm. So, under
Cool.
his arm right there, you can kind of see how it has that texture like
Yeah.
the meat from a lobster. So, yeah.
Telling you. It'd be all good.
So, do you bring any Australian? I don't know if there's like something
Australian traditions?
Yeah, for Christmas.
Not really.
Or
No.
for the holidays. I don't want to just say Christmas. You know,
Yeah.
It could be
No, not really. Most Australian, many of the typical Australian Christmas traditions would be English traditions.
okay.
Very similar to the English. Like even though it's going to be 30 or 40 degrees Celsius, which is anywhere from 90 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, when people are going to be having their lunches, they still have like roast beef or roast pork or chicken, that sort of thing. Still have a sort of a hot meal.
Okay.
People who live near the coast might do a lot of seafood.
Okay. I can see
You
that.
know, friends of mine on Christmas Eve will go to the local sort of fisherman's co-op and pick up shrimp at like 4 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Just because so many people.
Right.
So you have got to get there at 4 in the morning and line up, and when it opens at 6, you can
Get your stuff.
You can get your stuff. But
Wow.
but generally, tradition-wise, it's pretty similar
Okay.
around the world.
Nice.
I was actually out there for Christmas last year.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
In Aussie land?
In Aussie land, where all the Aussies are from. Exactly, and the drop bears.
And the drop bears, those deadly creatures.
But yeah, we were out there last year. Took the girls out for their first Australian Christmas.
Nice.
It was a long trip.
Oh, I bet. My 2 youngest ones are actually in Sweden right now for Christmas.
All right.
Yeah, they left Sunday.
Do they have some different traditions in Sweden?
A few. You know, they have the Yule log.
Right.
They actually do that. They also have, instead of Santa Claus, it's Tomten
Okay.
is what they call Santa.
Right.
And then they have in the region. I don't know if it's a full countrywide event, but in the region that my kids are in, they do a thing called where they make these big giant straw goats
Okay. Right.
called boken,
Right.
and for some reason they end up getting torched. People
Right.
like,
They burn the goats.
but they burn these. They're not supposed to,
Right.
but it tends to just
Happen anyway.
go that way. So,
Yeah, I think I've read some articles about that. But that's cool.
yeah, so they get to enjoy that culture and everything during the holidays.
Excellent. Do they have Krampus, or is that a?
Krampus is there as far as like part of the legends and lore, yeah.
Okay.
But we have Grampus here in our building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grampus.
Grampus, it's Krampus's dad.
Okay. Right.
He works over in the gallery side. He goes by the name of Kevin.
Okay.
But he is Grampus.
Is he watching?
We did a little Christmas card like 2 years ago.
Yep.
Like 2 years ago, where we had a walker and we gave him like the devil horn things and
Right.
had him dress up like the Krampus.
That's
But he
awesome.
was Grampus.
Krampus. Nice. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. There we go. And now we got to figure out some other highlights and eyes and stuff for this guy. All right.
There you go. What do you think of those teeth?
Freaking ridiculous and awesome. So
That's
good.
right. Okay. And now to put some eyes in.
All right. So we only got like 5 minutes left. Johnny gave us the clue, and then
The 5
Shang
Related.
relayed it to us as well.
Excellent.
So if you all want to learn more about the Wizkids unpainted line of miniatures, you can go to wizkids.com/unpainted and check them out. There's a lot of cool stuff going on over there. A lot of cool minis coming out. If you think the Beholder is cool and the Umber Hulks are cool, wait till you see the stuff that's coming out over for 2018. It's ridiculous, the amount of miniatures and some of the cool stuff that's coming out. So stay tuned to WizKids for all sorts of cool new stuff. And stay tuned to Game Trade Media. Check us out on all of our social media from YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, here on Facebook. We've got lots of cool content we're going to be putting up, and 2018 is going to bring some even cooler stuff. So stay tuned for all that.
Yeah.
Always some new.
Should we maybe have sort of talk through some of that on Thursday?
On what's going to be coming up for 2018?
Yeah.
Oof. I think that's a great idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So
we're taking the week between Christmas and New Year's off.
That's correct. From live streaming stuff. Yeah. So make sure you go to your local game store. I mean, we'll always talk about that because that's where the communities are built.
It is.
Go there and find all the peoples.
Exactly. Definitely do that. One thing that I'll talk about as well, or on Thursday I'll bring along some models I've been painting up for some charity stuff.
Yeah.
So
that would be cool.
Because we've got Drew painting some for us as well, so that should be good.
Perfect. So if you guys have anything going on, painting some miniatures, make sure you're following the Painting Happy Little Minis group. Join the group, jump on in there, and show us all the cool stuff that you guys are working on, because we love seeing all the cool miniatures and the different paint themes that you guys are using. It's freaking awesome. This has been Painting Happy Little Minis. Just waiting for Johnny to put that up there.
Oh, right. Sorry.
No, Johnny's been doing great. Shang's been doing great today. I'd like to say a special, before we actually log off, for Shang and Johnny, who are new to Game Trade Media and Comic WoW. As of this year, we appreciate you guys being here, and we thank you for everything you guys do. You are amazing talent. You and Johnny both do some awesome stuff. There he is. There's Shang. And we do appreciate it a lot. You know, basically nothing would truly get done here if it weren't for these two. I don't do a lot of, if any, actually I do no video editing. I just give guidance.
I was going to say, what are you talking about? Nothing does get done around here.
All right. Okay.
I'd like to come in and sit down and say, can I have my cup of water, please? And somebody brings me a cup of water. It'd be as magically.
It's ridiculous.
These things happen.
But yeah, we appreciate those guys, Shang and Johnny, for everything they do here at Comic WoW and Game Trade Media. And we wish them a happy holidays. And for all of you out there, we'll see you Thursday.
Thursday, we hope.
Yeah, Game Trade Media. I'm Rick.
I'm Dave.
And we'll see you at the game store.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media, leave a like, and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.